The mystery of the shipwreck guitar.
Ooh.
It's not that big a deal. It's just sort of funny because it's never really happened before. Because we were looking at this on the forums. It was last week.
Yes.
And we were looking at this guitar, and like Derek was actually, we were researching it, and as we were looking at it, the post just disappeared. It went poof.
The whole thread, and it was a lot of pages.
It was a lot. I was like, it was at least 6 pages. I feel like, or maybe 3. It was 3 to 6 pages. I don't know.
Whatever.
A lot of people just bitching about stuff that doesn't matter in the scheme of things, but that's what we're here for.
Which is very unique on the internet. Nobody ever does that.
So
that's why we were so intrigued. Oh, these people are. They're not happy. God.
That's what the internet is for. You thought therapy was important.
Displeasure. No.
Not necessary anymore. If you're a therapist, I'm sorry, you're out of work. It's like being a stockbroker. Don't need you anymore. There's E-Trade.
Like it's real anyways.
I know, it's all fake. It's all made up money. So click like, subscribe.
Hit the bell.
And we're going to start talking about Johnny Depp's magical guitar.
Yes.
From Pirates of the Caribbean and Shipwrecked. No, it's not really true. Anyway, so this guitar from Patillo Guitars.
Okay.
It's a famous sort of luthier repair type shop that does these cool mods on neat guitars through years. His son has taken over the business, and he's doing a great job, I think. He's trying to keep a guitar company alive in this strange universe.
Which would be tricky.
As a small, boutique
small
thing.
builder, yeah.
So hats off. He built some gorgeous builds. They're all sorts of unique and weird things. Stuff that Johnny Depp, I feel like, would like in particular.
Yes.
But the whole idea came from a week ago. Apparently this guitar was meant for another person. We're leaving all names out of it because we're not about that. Yeah. But and then unless it's Johnny Depp, because we all love Johnny Depp, so we'll talk about his name all the time. But so it was meant for another person. He got the guitar, didn't like it. For some reason something was wrong with it. Sent it back. Working it out, didn't like it, and want a refund. So cool, got a refund, all sorted, correct? It's over.
So, I mean, that seems relatively cut and dry.
It's not over though, because he decides to go shit posting.
Nope.
On the gear page, that's the place where all your friends can come and hate on you.
We just talked about shit posting.
I know, we did it last week. There was a video on shit posting. So this is a case of just pure unadulterated shit posting for an unhappy person who bought a guitar, didn't like it, sent it back, got his money back, and was mad that Johnny Depp was playing it now.
Okay.
And there's maybe more to it. We don't really know exactly.
Well, yeah, was he gonna was it the same guitar he built a new version of?
I think it's the same guitar.
And was the dude thinking about buying it again?
I don't know, because the post just disappeared too, which was really funny. So there's lots of chatter online. The post is back now, not that original one.
But another post.
But it's about like, hey, remember this guitar?
When you pull a post down, it doesn't go away. Yeah, I mean, like people remember, unless you can blame it on the Mandela effect.
Well, those nudes of you back in your younger days.
I stand by those.
They're still out there. Yeah, they're so good too. It's like him and like some wild hogs.
Yeah.
It's like, It's
everybody's
like,
greased up.
He's doing this with the hogs. He's like, I got these hogs with my knives.
Gotta get them before they get you. Those tusks are rough. The old femoral artery.
I like the one that has the tusk growing out of his top of his horn. It's growing out of his nose. Like, what a horrible genetic thing. You guys should just be ended. It's like we were supposed to make you food.
Yeah, and let them run wild.
And not rebreed it. Anyway, no, so there's rumors that maybe there's a little payola here just to be like, hey, take the post down, which is a common thing, strangely enough. So this just goes back, besides the point of this guitar, and like this one thing, it just goes back to that. I just can't imagine taking my grievances to a public forum like this when I had been settled.
It's sort of like, it reminds me of, what's the thing in Seinfeld where they have the airing of grievances?
I don't remember
holiday. You know what I'm talking about? They have like Festivus or something like that.
Oh, I do remember
that. They read the airing of grievances. It's like that. That's what the whole world has become.
Well, let's say you had a bad meal at Red Lobster. Or let's take the opposite. Let's say you actually had a good meal, because that's more of a rarity probably. But let's say you had a bad meal at Red Lobster. I've only been there once, and I looked forward to it for years, my whole life, and I finally got to go there.
I can't believe you don't love Red Lobster.
It was not very good. It was horrible, whatever I had. But I didn't write a bad review about it. But I loved the experience. No. It was fun, and I'm probably going to go back again because I still get excited to go try it again. It's like Olive Garden, you know. It's like I know it's not great, but I still like it. Yeah. You know, it's those breadsticks and that salad bowl. It just never stops coming. But no, let's say I went to Red Lobster, I had a bad meal. And I was like, oh man, it was really bad. How was your service and stuff? Oh, it was okay. It was great, but how was your food? It wasn't really good. Here's a gift certificate. Please come back. Yeah, that's really nice, you guys. Thank you. Then I go home like, and dear Red Lobster, how could they have served me this shitey food and they gave me this shitey money that I have to go back? I'll never go back. Arr, pirates. That's what it sort of feels like to me. But I could be wrong again.
Nah, you're probably right. You're probably not wrong. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's sort of like sometimes when you're talking to people about a guitar and you know from the get-go that they're throwing out all these things that could potentially be wrong that they would return it for. And you know, like, this person will return this guitar. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I feel like there are people who just go through life looking for horrible experiences, and then they amplify those experiences, and then they have to get on their computer or whatever. And
I guess you want, and then we live in this technological age where you can share your problems and your grievances, and then you feel this warm blanket of shared anger,
hatred, and vitriol
that you can all vent to something else besides you. And and I'm not saying this person, again, we don't know the full story.
Yeah, maybe this is totally justified. I doubt
Think of us as your news network right now, like Fox or CNN or MSNBC. We don't really know what we're talking about, but we're going to talk about it anyway.
Well, I mean, so like, let's say we're wrong about this particular instance. We're just talking generalities. Like, this happens all the time, right? People.
But let's jump back down into this particular instance.
Okay.
It's Johnny flipping Depp, for goodness sake. Let's say you did want this guitar back, and Johnny Depp's going to play it for a bit. And you're like, well, I don't want this guitar that's been played by. I saw somebody on the original post was like, I'd be so upset if they sipped the guitar that was going to be mine. It was played by someone else. I'm like, wait, what? It's Johnny Depp.
I mean, as long as it's somebody cool.
It's Johnny Depp. Awesome. Yeah, it's I mean, is there anyone cooler than Johnny Depp?
No.
I don't think so.
I mean, maybe if you were like, Johnny Depp's ex-wife, you wouldn't like it. Otherwise, it should be fine.
But as far, I mean, yeah, he's probably crazy as like a $3 bill.
I'm sure he is.
But but that's a weird reference. But it's usually used in another setting.
Cool.
But he's the definition of cool from from then till now.
Love him or hate him, yeah, it is.
I mean, like, a lot of people don't want to hang out with cool people. He's cool. I don't know.
If a guitar came back and was supposed to get reworked and then gone back to this guy, he's waiting, he's paid a ton of money, and then it gets sent off to Johnny Depp without talking to him, maybe. But once you get the refund,
yeah, game's over.
Yeah,
at that point, like, you're out of the loop,
and nobody's like beholden or has to make you or build you a guitar once they get your money back.
The best part about this guitar was given to Johnny Depp, so he didn't even pay for it. So stop crying over spilled milk.
I can't imagine Johnny Depp has to pay for many guitars.
But maybe the person in question, though, like, actually did feel sort of bad about it. I was like, wait, I'm just making a big, much to do about nothing.
That's possible.
I was like, wait, this is silly. And I
doubt it.
And we've dealt with. I mean, we had someone a long time ago. It's our only 1-star review ever, where we were actually threatened on Google, like, under the channel, like, to give me money. Pretty much is what it came down to.
Pretty much.
Or I will give you a bad review. And it was like, and we were like, no. And it's like, but here comes the bad review. And I was like, cool.
There it was.
After we bent over backwards to be super nice to this person. Super nice. Beyond, I think, any retail shop I can imagine of doing. It was absurd. Now, in our jaded ages of, this was years ago, of doing this for so long, we would have just been like, just let it come. Do your thing. We wouldn't even bother. It was like, do your thing.
We don't care.
Yeah. Well, just as far as just like, because we knew it was coming.
Right.
Like, here comes, this is the troll trying to be mean, and that exists out there, unfortunately. Just be nice. Be nice. If you don't like the food, don't go back. If you didn't have a good time at Willie's Water World, don't get in the water again.
Yeah, that's probably.
I mean, if you lost your leg or something, that's maybe something to write about.
Maybe you should warn folks. I mean, that's the weird line, right? Like, maybe it's a service to people if you're warning them about this objectively horrible thing.
Let's say this was a bad guitar business that was like running some bad stuff.
Sure.
There does need to be a shared sort of cause, and that does happen every once in a while where it's useful and the attention is drawn to it.
Yeah.
And it can be a positive thing. We've done a little research in this guitar company, and there's not. No. This is a good group of cats that, it's very small, that do what they do. They do good work. If you like pirates and guitars, they do other things. But I just think pirates and guitars is just a great combination.
Start getting all these calls about who makes a pirate guitar. Like, God,
pirate guitars.
Where's this coming from?
I mean, you never know. Fender Custom Shop had the Hot Wheels collection.
Had the pirate collection.
I'm waiting for like a Star Wars collection.
Pirates
or something.
of the Caribbean.
I want Chewbacca, Duosonic.
It could be cool.
Because he's like
be
big
into that.
and it's a
I'd be
small
into it.
guitar. I want something weird. I just want weird stuff. I think that's it.
I think that's it.
That's it. So let us know your thoughts on this strange random universe of like, you know, why the gear page maybe it's played more than your guitar.
No.
You know,
It's interesting.
it's a strange idea. So thanks for joining us one more time.
Your wife won't yell at you for reading the gear page. She
God,
might yell at you for playing the guitar.
Don't listen to that at all. Do not follow that suit. Buy that guitar. I don't care where it comes from. Buy the guitar. Don't buy the gear page in the forums all day.
I'm just saying if you're loud.
Get off
maybe
the
you need
forums.
an aux
Play
box.
it. Go have fun. And if you're on the toilet right now, thanks for joining us. Enjoy the flush. Hope it was a good run for you.
Probably was. All right. We'll see you next time.